This right here is really, truly a privilege. I had a chance to cover you back during Air Coryell, and here you are now in Vegas. Dan Fouts, one of my all-time favorite Chargers. Actually, you are my all-time favorite quarterback and Charger. Thanks for the time, and welcome to Vegas.
It's great to be here, Seat. This is a good opportunity for the Charger organization to come over here and let the people of Vegas know what's in store for next year and the excitement that they can be a part of.
Before we get into the season coming up, we have to address the Junior Seau situation and the community in mourning down there. And that was a kind of a real sad experience for everyone, very sudden. And for yourself, it probably didn't sit well either.
Well, it's a tragedy, and that's the bottom line. Great player, tremendous asset to the community of San Diego, and an equally great loss.
When you played and you were a quarterback, they talk about linebackers and guys in the trenches being tough. But I was at those games back when you played, and you used to stand in that pocket as long as you could and took the hits.
Well, when you can't run out of the pocket, you got no choice but to stand there and take it. I loved every minute of it. Playing for Don Coryell was fabulous. Playing with Hall of Famers like Winslow and Joyner in an offensive line of Ed White and Wilkerson and Washington and Masick and Shields. I could go on and on about my great teammates, and that's what they were. They were great teammates, and I miss them. I think that's the biggest part about being retired is that you can never share those same type of feelings of accomplishment, of disappointment, of jubilation that you do as a player.
That was almost like old school AFL football, though, the offense. But what kept you from being successful overall was the defense just wasn't there.
Well, it's because our ownership at the time, Gene Klein, decided to change defensive coordinators every other year, and you just can't do that. I mean, we kept the same offense forever, and when you change defenses, you change personnel, and it takes a while to get up to speed. But we had a very good defense at the beginning of our run with Air Coryell because we sent Louis Kelcher, Fred Dean, and Gary Johnson to the Pro Bowl as defensive linemen. That's the first time anybody in the history of the league has ever had 3 defensive linemen started in a Pro Bowl, and that was the San Diego Chargers. So, unfortunately, all 3 of those guys were shipped to San Francisco where they picked up some Super Bowl rings. I still can't figure that one out.
Dan Fouts with us here. I'm Seat Williams. And as far as football, with the exception of the money, what would you say are the major changes in the game today?
Well, I think the money is the biggest change, and the relationship of players in the locker room and out of the locker room. Obviously, the players are bigger, stronger, faster, but we were bigger, stronger, faster than the generation before us. But we were playing to make money, and that was a big motivation to get guys to play well, because if you didn't, you were gone. And nowadays, guys can hang around because they're making so much money that the teams can't afford to let them go. So it's a different dynamic as far as that's concerned. It's a great game. I've been broadcasting it now for 25 years and want to continue to do that because I think it's tremendous entertainment each Sunday.
The safety of the game, has that made the sport soft?
I don't think so. I think it's made the game smart because these bodies are so big and they're so strong and they're so fast. And the hits that these players are giving each other are unnecessary, and that's why they call it unnecessary roughness. There's ways of getting the job done without trying to absolutely maim someone.
I give you 3 draft selections for quarterbacks, and you get them for one season right now. Don't have to be in order. Which 3 quarterbacks are you taking?
Well, I'd take Phillip Rivers number 1. I'd take Tom Brady, and I might take Eli Manning over Peyton now, just because he's younger and he doesn't have a broken neck.
I love it. Thanks for the time, Dan.
My pleasure, Seat. Good to be with you.